and welcome to the PackCast, your place to hear everything in the world about all things Wolverhampton Wanderers, which is now available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, which will be linked down below in my Linktree link, which is in the description. You'll be able to view every single platform of social media that the PackCast is on. Now, before we get into today's one-of-a-kind video that is only exclusive to YouTube, I'd like to thank you for the reception you gave our first podcast. It's absolutely brilliant to see the reception you've given it and how many subscribers we've grown. We've grown by 14. We started at 0, and the performance that video has done is absolutely incredible. So I'd like to thank you very much for the performance and the reception you've given that video. So if you do enjoy this podcast as well, it's kind of going to be unscripted. I'm just going to be talking. It's about me and my history with Wolves and how I've got to here. So if you do enjoy this one, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you check out our other platforms. So let's get into today's video. So I thought it'd be a good idea to introduce myself to the audience and let you know some things about me that you may not, and my history with Wolves and what's brought me to this moment. So my name is James Bishop, and I've been on YouTube for about a year now, not with this channel. I have my own other channel where I do football related stuff and I play FIFA mostly. It's called Bishers, as James Bishop, there we go. So yeah, I've got that channel and that's been going quite well. It's got about 170 subscribers or hereabouts at the moment. So if you do like FIFA and stuff like that, you can go check that one out as well. It is in the channels in our PackCast channel as well, so you can view it as our extra channels, or I'll link it down in the description as well. So my history with Wolves dates back to long before I was born. Now, I don't know if my Wolves history dates back before this. However, for as long as I've been alive, I have been a Wolves fan, and everyone in my family has been a Wolves fan. However, I'm a Wolves fan for one particular reason that I'm quite proud of. So, behind me, I have two books, and I'm going to go to this book here. It's The Legends of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and this book is especially very important for me because it's got a specific player that I'd like to show you, and if I can find him quickly, I'd like to show you who it is. So this here on page 29, which I'm going to show up to the camera here, this is Alf Bishop, as you can see right there, and this is my great-granddad. So I suppose if you want an exact date, my Wolves history dates back to the 1st of September 1906. So, reading it straight from the Book of Legends here, it says he was a composed, self-disciplined fullback in non-league football with Helzoin before he joined Wolves as full-time professional in June 1905, where he was converted to a right half, which I believe is just a right back in today's terms. It also has down here that he scored 6 goals, so he wasn't a goal scorer. I mean, he was a right back. Like, come on, you can't exactly score many goals as a right back, especially back in these days playing football. But yeah, my footballing history with Wolves dates back to 1906. And just putting this book back here, I mean, it just reminds me, you know, I've got a really strong bond with Wolves. I'd never go anywhere else. I may have a stronger bond with Wolves than other people. I mean, I'm just a fan of Wolves, really. And to have this strong bond with Wolves and be able to talk about Wolves and give my opinions on Wolves to you as fans and coming from a fan, it just makes it that slight bit more special for me. Not only that, he was an FA Cup winner when they beat Newcastle. I believe it was 2-1. Newcastle were top of what would have been the Premier League, and Wolves were top of what would have been the Championship. So Wolves, giant killers, beat Newcastle, Premier League titans at this time. And this is the shirt, well, or a kind of replica of the shirt, which I wore in the last video. If I bring it down for you right here, this is the a replica which I got from the football shirt, the classic football shirt site Toffs. So this is the football shirt from, I believe it's 1908. So you don't have the this Wolves badge now. You've got this little coat of arms, and I love this shirt. I love wearing it, and I'd like to wear it in a few more videos, and I'm gonna hang it up here for the rest of this brief video. But yeah, my Wolves heritage, it goes a long way back. So now I'd like to go on to why I created the PackCast and why I'm so focused on doing it, so focused on making podcasts. That's because I am going to be a sports journalism student. I'm going to the University of Brighton to do sports journalism, and I thought that creating a podcast, especially in today's media, that a podcast would really help me out. Not only that, I have a very successful friend in the podcast industry who runs the Baggies podcast. His name is Louis Bent. If you want to check out the Baggies podcast, I know Wolves, Baggies, Friends, I know it doesn't really mix. However, he's a great guy, does a brilliant podcast, and if you do want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it in the description. I do like to think myself as quite a strong Wolves fan. I know some people are probably much stronger Wolves fans. However, I've got all my shirts plastered around. If you do follow my FIFA channel, you'll know that I have some FIFA cards that are usually plastered around. I mean, you've got a little Raul Jimenez one, which I thought would fit the Wolves background. However, I've got my shirts plastered around the room. If I go through them one by one, you got the Sporting Bet one there. That was my first shirt, and this was my first goalkeeper shirt. I am a goalkeeper, in fact, only being 5'10", which doesn't help. However, this was my first goalkeeper shirt. Obviously, it would have been the one that Matt Murray wore, I believe. So that also holds a dear place in my heart, being my first goalkeeper shirt. I'll just put it over here. So yeah, that was my first Wolves shirt. Then this would have been my second Wolves shirt with the Watthouse sponsor, which would have been when we were in League One, I believe. I remember going to a few League One games. One that sticks in my mind is probably when I went to see Walsall away, where Bakary Sacco scored a free kick. A lovely free kick from about 25 yards out, and Nua Dicko got the other one. Of the fans chanting both their names throughout the game was an absolute wonderful experience for me. Probably one of my first Wolves experiences as well, because I don't go to many games being quite far away from Wolves, location-wise. This shirt here is our championship winning shirt, so I had to get this one. It's absolutely wonderful. It's got the Sky Bet Championship logo on the side, and then it's got my name and the number 7 on the back, mostly because I was obsessed with the number 7, Ivan Cavallero to be exact. Then we have the first Premier League shirt when we came back to the Premier League under Nuno with the W88 sponsor. This also, I believe, has Bishop 7 on the back. Then we've got this one, which is from last season, which has Bishop 9 on the back. If you can see that there, I'll just turn it round. Yeah, this one I got obviously last season. This would have been my most recent shirt, and then obviously I've gone through this one. This one is very dear to me. It's not the one that he wore. If it was, I wouldn't even wear it. I would have framed it. However, it is only a replica. However, it's still very important. But guys, I know this has only been short. However, if you would like to get involved with the podcast, make sure you message me on any of the social medias. Also, my email is down below, so you can email me if you'd like to get involved. I'd like to get a few Wolves fans involved on the podcast, and then a few fans of the teams that we are playing. So I'd like to get a Tottenham fan on for the preview of this game coming up on Sunday against Spurs, with Nuno's return imminent. So I'd like to get a Tottenham fan in, and also a Wolves fan, to get their thoughts on the game after, so when we do the review. However, guys, thank you very much for listening to me today. If you enjoyed it, as I said before, make sure you drop a like and make sure you subscribe to the PackCast and check out all of our social media channels. But guys, thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.